Hey queens, come and make this outdoor chandelier with me.
Crafting Queen Bee. Crafts, pets, gardening, and how-to.
For this project, the first thing you're going to do is head over to the Dollar Tree. And everything that you see here you can find at the Dollar Tree. The first item I showed you was just some garden fencing. Then we have some solar lights, and that was a splatter screen. These are just some zip ties, and you're going to use that throughout the whole project. These are different hooks. You can either use this one, or you can use this one, or you can use both to attach the chandelier to whatever you're using. This is just a standard wreath frame, and then you're going to just need some tools like some scissors and a knife. The best part about this project is that it's only going to cost between $12 and $15 depending on if you're in the US or Canada. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove the handle off of your splatter screen. This can be a little difficult, but I find if you kind of pull the handle together and in the opposite direction, eventually it will just pop out. The next thing you're going to do is take your trusty knife and you're going to poke a hole in your splatter screen in order to be able to attach it to your wreath form. Then the next step is super easy. All you're going to do is take one of your trusty zip ties and you are going to attach the wreath form onto your splatter screen in that little tiny hole that you made. Then you're just going to cut off the excess of the zip tie, and then you're going to repeat the step all the way around the splatter screen and the wreath form until it is securely attached. As you can see here, I used each one of the wreath support markers in order to place my zip ties around so that it is evenly secure. Now the fun part's going to start, where our wreath form is going to start looking like a chandelier. So we are going to take the garden fencing and we are going to cut off all of the ends that go into the ground. This part can be a little bit difficult, so I do recommend using sharp scissors or industrial shears in order to get a smoother cut. Now that the one side is nice and straight, we're ready to attach this to the component that we just made. And using our trusty zip ties, we are now going to attach both of these items together in order to start forming the chandelier. The best way to do this is to feed the zip tie through the little corners in the fencing. Then you attach it to the outer layer of the wreath form. The first part of this can be a little tricky. I find if you can just get the first one done, then the rest will be smooth sailing. We will then keep repeating this in every single corner of the fencing in order to make sure that it is nice and secure to our wreath form. Then we were going to attach the other fencing, and they have little hooks that attach them to each other. So as you're attaching the next fencing, you want to just make sure that those hooks are in line with each other. And once that is all done and secure all the way around, you're going to cut off all the excess of your zip ties. You'll find that there's going to be a couple inches, as you can see here, that is overlapping each other, and what you're going to want to do is just zip tie those together so that they fall nice and straight. Once everything is nice and secure, cleaned up, and it's all in line and you're happy with the shape of the chandelier, we are going to add some lights. Then you're going to take your knife and start making a little hole, and you're going to keep working on that hole until it gets big enough in order for the top of our solar light to go into it. I find the best way to do this is start with the knife and then take the scissors, and you just want to be careful to not make the hole too big or your solar light will fall through. Once the hole is big enough, you are going to take your solar light, just the top of it, not the stick part. You're going to take the stick off and you're just going to slide it in that hole. You then repeat this step all the way around so that you have 4 lights, and you want to space them so they're equally on either side so that the light is equally distributed. It doesn't need to be exactly measured, as you're not really going to see that once it's hung up, but you still do want it to be as equally distributed so that it gives a nice lighting ambiance. The last thing we need to do to turn this into a chandelier is take our plant hook and attach it to our chandelier. You will then just clip it onto your wreath form part of the chandelier, and you want to make sure that these are evenly distributed around so that when you do hang your chandelier, it is hanging straight. Your chandelier is now done and ready to go. As you can see here, I added a little bit of bling. You can really do whatever you'd like to customize it on your own, and then you just let it charge in the sun, and here is the gorgeous result. Thank you to all of you queens for watching, and I hope this helped you to add some elegance to your backyard for not that high of a price. If you like this video and you want to learn some more crafts and other fun stuff, please consider subscribing, and we will see you next time.